Let's practice the IELTS Task 2 together right now. Here are the rules. You will write 250 words. Maybe you'll write 251 words. Maybe you'll write 275 words, but about 250 words or more. Maybe don't write 300. That might be overkill. That's too much. So do not write an excessive amount, please. Just write 250, 251, 275, maybe at the most. The best way to tackle IELTS Task 2 is by organizing your time into 3 sections. For the first section, I recommend old-fashioned paper. Spend 10 minutes using pencil, pen, marker, some kind of writing utensil and paper, and brainstorm your thesis statement, topic sentences, and examples. So spend 10 minutes brainstorming your thesis statement, the overarching statement, take a stand, have topic sentences for your paragraphs. Maybe you'll organize into 3 paragraphs. Maybe you'll organize into 4 paragraphs. Make sure there's a clear overarching direction for your paragraphs. And your paragraphs should have supporting examples. Something concrete to tie back to your statement. Some sort of evidence from your own personal life or from common knowledge. Please do not look up anything. Just use examples from your own life, from your own culture, from your own common knowledge. Once you've spent 10 minutes creating a path for you to write, then you'll spend 20 minutes just writing. You will write fluently, and you won't spend any more time thinking, oh, wow, that would be a great direction. Maybe I should try a different example, or maybe I should rewrite this. No, stick to your original idea that you set forth in that first 10 minutes and just write it up. And make sure that you don't spend time thinking, oh, what's that word? I want to think of a better word, a more sophisticated, more academic, higher register word or phrase or collocation. No, just write fluently with the words you have accessible at your fingertips. Please do not stop and go to Google Translate and try to look up a word. Do it as though you were actually in the test and really just write for 20 minutes using the vocabulary you have in your own internal mental lexicon. Once you've written fluently, then now you can go back and spend 10 minutes editing, again, using your own lexicon. Reread it. Did you answer the question fully? Did you take a strong stance? Are your examples relevant to your logic of your topic sentences? Do you have connecting phrases in the middle of your paragraphs rather than at the beginning of your paragraphs? How is your grammar? How is your spelling? Again, make sure to review it using your own internal lexicon. Don't go to the internet because you won't have that resource when you're really writing the test. So let's just see what you can really do just with your own unique, wonderful, intelligent, smart, prepared self. And then we can, after writing this up, we can go back and we can look at resources and see how could we improve it for next time. But for this, we're just practicing with what we have now. We can take that data to improve our writing next time. So spend 10 minutes brainstorming, 20 minutes writing fluently, and then another 10 minutes editing your grammar, editing your spelling, making sure that you followed the prompt exactly. So here's the prompt. The first is a do question, which requires a very strong yes or no. The second is a what question, which allows for more of a balanced approach, or you could take a strong stance one way or the other. A do question is a yes or no question. A what question is an open-ended question. So choose a closed question or an open question as you prefer. The first prompt, you may choose this one. For families with young children, do the advantages of having two incomes outweigh the disadvantages? Yes, they do. No, they don't. Or you might choose prompt 2. What are the advantages and disadvantages of private education for students and their parents? So if you choose number 2, you are going to talk about advantages of private education for students. You are going to talk about disadvantages of private education for students. And you are going to talk about advantages of private education for parents and the disadvantages of private education for parents. So we're going to get started, and then afterward, if you'd like to have a live edit of your essay, you can email your work to me at esllearninglink@gmail.com. In the subject line, put YouTube live edit and put your work in the body of the email, please, no attachments. And you can also comment below after you've finished writing which prompt you chose, and you can have a discussion about it with your colleagues. And don't worry about keeping a timer. I will remind you to move on to the next portion of your writing. Once 10 minutes have passed, I'll say, stop brainstorming, start writing fluently. Once a full 30 minutes has passed, so 20 minutes after that, I'm going to say, stop writing fluently, start editing. And then I'll tell you when it's been 40 minutes. Remember, you're going to write 250 words or maybe a little more. You're going to use formal writing. Let's go. 10 minutes to brainstorm. Ready, go. Okay, so it's been 10 minutes. Great job. Did it? Now you're going to spend 20 minutes writing fluently. Remember, just use what's in your own internal lexicon and don't worry about editing while you write. Just write what you know. You've got this. 10 minutes, or sorry, 20 minutes. Let's go. Okay, so it's been about 20 minutes. You've written what you know inside your own mind. You haven't looked up any resources. You wrote 4 paragraphs, maybe 4. Maybe you wrote 3 paragraphs for prompt 1 or 4 paragraphs for prompt 2. That might be more appropriate. Okay, and now you're going to spend 10 minutes. We're going to spend 10 minutes, and you are going to edit your grammar, and you're going to make sure that you followed the prompt exactly. Okay, 10 more minutes to edit. Reread. It might help you to read it out loud. When you read out loud, it helps you. And when you're in the actual test, you might not be able to vocalize with your vocal cords, but you can move your lips, right, and sub-vocalize. Okay, so let's spend 10 minutes editing. Let's go. Okay, it's been 10 minutes. Great job. You did it. You were able, yep, you did it. You were able to spend 10 minutes brainstorming on one of these two prompts, the do prompt or the what prompt. The do prompt probably required 3 paragraphs. The what prompt probably required 4 paragraphs, but regardless, you wrote about 250 words. Maybe 275. All right. And you were able to write fluently using your own internal lexicon. And then you went back and you double checked. Maybe you read out loud, maybe you sub-vocalized and kind of whispered. Okay. And then you noticed, oh, I forgot the, or I forgot the S, I forgot the O. Right? You noticed simple grammar mistakes that you could easily fix and really escalate your score by doing so. So now, what's next? Well, maybe you wrote it and it was a great skill to practice, just writing with a little pressure in a time frame, eyes on you. And now you're wondering what's next. How do I improve this? I wasn't allowed to look at the dictionary. I wasn't allowed to go to Google Translate. I didn't have time to stop and really think. So what do I do? How do I make it better next time? I would recommend that you email it to me. And if you would like a free live edit, just put in the subject line, YouTube live edit. If you want me to edit as a service and you don't want it publicized, no problem. I just charge $50 Canadian an hour, and we can talk about coordinating that. But if you'd like a free live edit, which I do recommend, just email it to me and we'll do it online together. Do put your work in the body of an email. Do not give me an attachment. I won't open attachments. And please comment below, which prompt did you use? Did you use prompt 1, the do question, for families with young children? Do the advantages of having 2 incomes outweigh the disadvantages? And if so, did you write 3 paragraphs? Or did you do prompt 2, the what question? What are the advantages and disadvantages of private education for students and their parents? And if you used that prompt, did you write 4 paragraphs? Were you able to talk about the advantages for students and the disadvantages for students? Were you able to talk about the advantages for parents and the disadvantages for parents? How did you balance that in your paragraph? All right, thanks so much, and we'll see you soon.